Hello, y'all. Welcome to the Heidi house. The best way I know to do laundry is to fold it when it's hot. And now life gets busy, but I'm going to show you how quickly you can get this done. So I've got my timer on. Let's see what goes on. How's everybody doing this Sunday? Are y'all ready for a wonderful King Day? I hope so. You know, let's see here. Aha. All right, let's do it. I'm going to go get the laundry out of the dryer now. Let's do it. All right. There we go. I set it on the floor and on this durable coffee table. I'm going to go ahead and fold it up. Now, I know adulting can be overwhelming, and that's why we need to stick together. So if you're getting put down, you're being told you don't clean your room enough, you don't help enough, just start somewhere. Don't worry if it's not perfect. You know, mine is certainly clean enough to be healthy and dirty enough to be happy. But I have found that things just go a little better for me if I clean as I go. And it can be a challenge, but we just make that our goal. So towels are something that I wash frequently. I have a small washer and dryer that's a stacking unit here in my flat. But I only just started my adult life using cold water with the Tide Pods because actually it cleans better. In previous times, we wash towels or non-protein stains, something that doesn't have feces or blood per se or menstruum. Not to be gross, but any kind of protein stain you do not want to wash in hot water at all. And now that we're really thinking of our green environment, it's at the front of our brain. Really, you can do a lot with cold water wash with the modern cleaners like the Tide Pods. But so when you get them right when they're done drying, you're helping out the environment because then you're not leaving it to sit there and running it again, which sometimes I do, right? Life happens. But just try to get in the habit of being right there. Be very present for every chore. And don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as a delight. It's a duty, but it's also a delight. Say like, yay, I have a home, I have a shelter, I have towels, this is good. All right. So you can make choices. You can think, oh, I've got to do chores and oh, I'm so behind. Or you can take the second choice and say, hey, you know, I have time right now. I'm going to make time now and I'm just going to get it done. And I'm going to be happy about it. I'm going to be grateful that I have chores to do. Because if I didn't have chores, I wouldn't have towels. I wouldn't have a home. I wouldn't have a hot shower every day. So try to make the second choice. It can be overwhelming. It can be. but you're good. You're going to do it. I had a very dear neighbor call me, and she was concerned about mold in her home. And I just said, well, can you explain where you're seeing the mold? And she said, in the windowsills. And I notice I get that in my windowsills. So that tasked me that this week I've got to get around with a Clorox bleach wipe and clean that up, because condensation gets in the windowsills, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, and a little bit of mold builds up. I don't think it's dangerous enough to be like Legionnaire's disease, which does happen, down south where I'm from. God knows that mold and mildew it's a killer, literally. It's terrible. Such things kill people. So we really need to watch out for our own green environment, starting with our personal space, starting with our home. But I was so honored that she felt comfortable enough to ask me about it. And then we can come up with a happy solution. If you don't have Clorox bleach wipes, you certainly can use any type of Clorox brand product for bleach spray, for mold and mildew cleanup. There are a lot of other brands, but you can also just use an empty spray bottle and combine a quarter cup of bleach with about 7 3/4 cup of water. So it's about an 8-ounce spray container. And just spray it, right? You might want to wear a mask, make sure that your home is adequately ventilated. And if it's too cold to open the windows, make sure you turn a fan on, because bleach can make you a little nauseous. You don't want that, honey. We don't want that. But see, this is how I do it. I'm not saying this is the right way or this is the only way, but I just try to match up my corners, try to make square corners, and I stack light things on top of light things, like the washcloths with the washcloths, my napkins with my napkins, my hand towels with my hand towels, regular towels with the regular towels, and so on and so forth. But you can do it any way you want. I just have a way of putting it away in my laundry shelf. It's a laundry cart. Oh, it's a blessing. It's a space saver too. It really is. Okay. I'm at about 7 minutes here. Am I? No, 8 minutes. Oop, I better get cracking. I said I was going to get this did in 10 minutes. So I've got to put it away. And that doesn't take me long. That's the glory of having a small flat, which is really not that small compared to other flats I've had. But, I've had a roof over my head, and thank God for that. So that's just what you focus on and defend yourself. When you're being accused of being messy or lazy, you might say, hey, well, but I helped Aunt Dee or Uncle Mo with mowing their lawn this week. But then make a commitment, make a choice, make a change, make a commitment, and get it done. And then do something extra that wasn't asked of you. If you see that your parents are having trouble getting the vacuuming done, just do your best with that. I bet they would be delighted. It's a terrible attitude to think that homemaking is not work. It is work. It's very foundational work. We all need and want to come home to a clean home. Not perfect, not like one person has to feel yelled at if everything's not just so, but clean enough to be healthy and dirty enough to be happy. Now, this is one way that I've reduced using Kleenex or any type of facial tissue. I carry handkerchiefs, especially in the winter. but you have to be careful how you handle them or you spread more germs. And always sanitize my hands after I use them, but then I'm putting them in my pocket, so then they get, germs. But that's the whole point of doing the laundry and getting it put away while it's hot. All right, loves. My skill is complete. My laundry basket is empty. I'm going to go take it back to the bathroom and I'm going to put all these towels away. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, when it's time to take care of ourselves and others, it is always Heidi Duty time. I love you.